Hi, thanks for watching. It's the Lipstick Gal. I wanted to share with you today some of my current favorite Korean skincare products. These are the ones that I have been using on a daily basis over the last, I would say month. I had just transitioned from spring into summer. It's been getting warmer where I live. I live in the Pacific Northwest, but we're starting to get into the 80s and 90s, and that's when I start finding things kind of slide around on my face. Once we hit the triple digits, then I'm in trouble. All right, so one of the first things, this is something that I use every day in the shower when I'm in there. This is the Pyunkang cleansing foam. This is one of those products that I was surprised how well it cleansed my skin without making it overly dry. Now, sometimes if I use a foaming cleanser like this, it can really do a lot of stripping, and my skin will feel like it really needs a lot of moisture. And then I'll go and pour on moisture, and a couple of hours later, my natural skin kicks in, sebum comes to life, and all of a sudden I'm a grease pit. So I like to find something that at the beginning doesn't overly strip me, and I really like this. It's fairly reasonably priced, and you get 6 fluid ounces. All right, so right after I'm out of the shower, this is the first thing I put on. This is the, by WishTrend, it's the Mandelic Acid 5% Skin Prep Water. This is something that I use for daily exfoliation. It's very light exfoliation. It's something I can use because my skin is used to acids every single day. I just pour some on a cotton square and go all over my face, and I find that it helps to keep my skin bright, fresh. I think this also helps with some of the occasional acne that I get around that time of the month. I really haven't been having any since I have been using this on a regular basis. I really like this. I'm nearly done. I think I only have like this much left, so I think it's time for me to repurchase. Then after that, this is what I put on my face. This is from Missha. This is their Revlolution, the First Treatment Essence Intensive Moist. I mean, is that a long name or is that a long name? But what I usually do is, because if I put it in my hand, I started doing that first. I put it in my hand and then I would kind of press it in. But what I started doing is I started decanting it into a little spray bottle like this. And then I can just mist my face. I don't know if that was a good idea right now. You can see. But sometimes during the middle of the day, when I feel like my skin is a little bit dry or tight, if I haven't put on as much hydration as I feel like I need, I can spray some of this on. It really helps. But this also helps to kind of prepare my skin for what else is coming, to help it sink in and to keep that nice bouncy feel that I like. All right, so after that, I have been absolutely loving this. This is the Klairs Midnight Blue Youth Activating Drops. It's the intensive epidermal growth factor peptide treatment. I have found a very huge difference in my skin with the use of this serum. And the thing that's really cool about it is it's blue. It's really nice. It's one of those that it's very watery. I find that I only need like 5, sometimes if I'm just a little too overzealous, 6 drops, and it covers my whole face. You know, a couple of drops here and a couple of drops here, and then I can just work it in all over. And I find that I feel like my skin is a little bouncier. My skin stays well hydrated, and it works really well under the eyes for me too. I find that I haven't had as much progressed, like crow's feet. Boy, you can really see my dark circles today. My concealer was not sufficient to the task, but sometimes, like right around here, you see all this? I find that this had come on really quick in a matter of like a couple of years. And I was like, what am I gonna do? And I find that when I use this, I don't feel like it's continuing to progress as much. I'm still gonna age. I'm 43, it is what it is. And this is the side that I sleep on. So this side gets a lot more of the smushed into the pillow. I try and be careful about that, but there's only so much you can do, and I think the rest of it comes with good skincare, and I really love this. All right, after that, I put on an eye cream, and this is my current favorite eye cream. It's from Mizon. This is their multifunction formula Snail Repair Eye Cream. And what I love, there's 2 things that I love about this. First of all, I had been using something that was a little too rich, and I had been developing milia, those little tiny white hard bumps right underneath my eyes. So I stopped doing that. I've been trying to, use something like this to pinpoint exfoliate with like a Q-tip to try and get rid of them. But this is hydrating enough that my eyes feel moist, I use it all over, like from the inner tear duct, all over the lid, down here, and all the way out to my hairline. I find that it works really, really, really well for that, but it doesn't hydrate so much that I end up getting that buildup of milia. So I really, really like this. And it's not too greasy that I find that my makeup will transfer because I've got this really emollient cream under my eyes. It does sheer out my concealer, obviously. But I really, really do love this product. This has been one of my favorites. And the other thing that I love about it is that you get 0.84 fluid ounces. You get more than 3/4 of an ounce. It's almost like getting a normal 1 ounce jar of face cream. I love that you get more, and this is not that expensive. It's just like $24, $26, and you get at least half as much as you would normally get. Eye creams usually come in like a half an ounce, and this is 0.85. That's awesome. All right, and this is one of the things I tried this in the winter, and it wasn't moisturizing enough because where I live, we get triple digits and then we get the below zeros. So I live right at the sweet spot of getting the full spectrum of really harsh hot weather and cold weather. And in the wintertime, this wasn't enough, but I've been using it recently. This is Pyunkang moisture cream. And this one here comes in 3.3 fluid ounces. You normally get a 1 ounce package. I'm nearly done with it. I have been living in this stuff. I love this. And I find that it's just enough to put down my neck and on my chest without it getting too sticky and slimy. Do you ever get something that's really, really hydrating and then you feel like you're sticking to yourself? I don't know if that's your problem. That's a problem for me. So I like that. And I like that it also leaves my skin refreshed and bouncy. So these are the things that I've been using during the day. Then at night, this is what I'll use. This is the All Clean Balm from Heimish. And I think it's Heimish. Heimish? I'm not sure. Okay. It's funny because it sounds like a German name. And if it was a German name, it would be Heimish. But it's a Korean brand. Doesn't matter. But this is one of those I love. They used to have a screw-off lid to this. And now they have this little flip top here, which I think is fantastic. And I just have been digging my fingers in over here. But this comes as a solid balm cleanser. And it's one of those that you spread it over your hands, put it on dry skin, and it immediately emulsifies whatever you have. I take a little bit more time over the eyes, but I find since it's so slippy, I don't feel like I'm tugging really hard at my eyes like I would if I was using a cleansing cloth or something. Then you splash some water on it and the rest of it emulsifies, and then I move on to this. So I do a double cleanse at night. In the morning, I don't. So after I put on at night, I don't use the Mandelic acid. I just put this on, which is my little treatment. I should show you the actual bottle. My Time Revlolution from Missha, their first treatment essence. I spray some of that on, and then I go right in with this. And I'm nearly out. You can see I have like this much left. This is the Time Revlolution Night Repair Ampoule. This is one of those products that I've heard a lot of people say is very similar to the Estee Lauder serum, that famous serum that comes in a brown bottle. And I love this stuff. And I hadn't used it for a couple of years. And I finally said, you know what, I'm going to try that again. I want to see how it stacks up to what I've been using recently. And have I found my new stuff, is it as great as I think it is? You know what? Here's the thing, because this does have some retinol in it. Not a lot. I never find that my skin ever is sensitive. My skin, of course, is not overly sensitive to begin with. But this product here, this is what it looks like. And it comes in a glass bottle as well. This is the 40 mil. But there is also I think like a 50 mil that comes in a glass bottle. That one I think has a dropper. I could be wrong. But what I love about this is that I found that all of a sudden a lot of the textural problems I was dealing with, some of those fine lines that I have right around here and right through here, like you can see this one right here, and some up here in my forehead, they were less noticeable when my face was just relaxed. And that's what I want. The other thing that I really like about this is that I find that it brightens my skin. and it kind of evens out my skin tone. So it doesn't whiten my skin because I don't want a product that's going to do that, but it makes the rest of my skin look more luminous, more alive, and a more even skin tone. And I love this product. It wasn't doing, the other products I'd been using previously weren't on the same level as this. Highly recommend. All right, from there, if I am using it, I'll go in with like a face oil, and this is from Tosowoong. This is their natural pure Camellia Oil. It's just your basic face oil. It's clear. It's hydrating, but not like crazy hydrating. And sometimes people say that, you know, oil should be one of the last things. I like to layer my products a little bit differently. I'll put the oil down first and then a cream over top to kind of seal it in. I also find then that I don't have a lot of that oily residue. So when I put my face on my pillow, I don't end up with like a grease print. So I really like this, and I only need like a drop, maybe 2 for my whole face and neck, but this is super, super hydrating. And there have been times I've been known to like put a drop under each eye and then slap on an eye mask to kind of seal it in for a while, leave it there. And then I'll go in with one of 2 products. Then it's like, okay, which Klairs product do I want? Do I want to use their, this is their freshly juiced vitamin E mask. Comes like this, or do I want to use the Midnight Blue Calming Cream? So if I find that my skin has a lot of redness, and for me, I get redness like right along my jaw here, right up through here on both sides. And then in the middle, it looks like I've been slapped because it's like pale, pale, pale here, and this redness all around here on both sides. I have a lot of redness around the corners of my nose and right across here. So I find that when I use like these 2 Midnight Blue products, the serum and then the cream, it really helps to dial down on that. What I love about this product here, first of all, this is really cool. Let me get a little spoon here. I try not to stick my finger in this. So it's jiggly like a Jello. But if you wait a little bit, you can see where I dug in there. It's self-leveling. It's really cool. But let me put a little bit on the back of my hand to show you. It's one of those, it feels kind of strange and jiggly, jello-y, but when you rub it in, it is massively hydrating. It has vitamin E, it has niacinamide, which is going to help with making sure your skin tone is really even. It doesn't do as much for calming redness on the skin, but this is like an amazing overnight mask. And that's basically how I use it. Sometimes I'll even throw a little vitamin C powder in with this and then put it on. And I know that there have been some studies that say you shouldn't mix niacinamide and vitamin C, but you know, I really haven't found it to be much of a problem for me. I find that it works really, really, really well. And since I don't happen to have that sensitivity to that combination, I find that I do get the brighter, more hydrated skin with that combo together. I really do love this. And that's kind of like what I use at night. I did forget to mention during the day, I always put on some SPF 50. This is the All Around Safe Block Essence Sun Milk from Missha, SPF 50, and it's got the PA rating plus. This is fantastic. And if like later during the day when I have a full face of makeup on and I want to put something else on, I'll put this on. This is the Crystal Sun Spray from Recipe, and it's SPF 50 with a triple plus PA rating. This is really, really great. So I feel like I can continue to reapply sunscreen if I'm outside, because you're supposed to do it every, 2 hours? But how am I supposed to put this over the top of my makeup? That's what I love about this. This is fantastic. And it's completely transparent, hence the Crystal Sun. All right, so those are my favorites right now. Those are the things that I am using on a daily basis. I've kind of cut everything else out, and my skin is so happy right now. It just makes me great. The only thing that I can't get rid of are my dark circles. And I think the only thing that would really take would be either a miracle from above or fillers. And yeah, no, I'm good. I'll just try a higher coverage concealer next time. All right. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.